Really our goal for treatment with interventions in the whole spectrum is to provide a customized treatment care package for patients.
When you look at the conditions we treat, they're common and they're prevalent. And I think we've been learning more and more about how prevalent they are over the last decade. A combination of technology and expertise now has brought to the forefront therapies and treatments that really make a difference.
The joy that this profession brings to me is the ability to alleviate patients' pain. It's very rewarding to have that interaction with the patient.
I'm Holly Reyna, reporting for St. George News from the St. George Municipal Airport, where the Blue Angels are here. They're practicing and they're getting set for the big show this weekend. The Thunder Over Utah Air Show will take place on Saturday and Sunday, and it's set to give locals and residents and tourists a big thrill this weekend as they fly at high speeds and close proximity to one another.
You guys are in store for a fabulous show this weekend. You're going to see a lot of dynamic maneuvers. These are maneuvers that are actually utilized by aviators out in the fleet. So we'll start off with what's called our diamond formation. So you'll see the 4 jets, and then that will be interchanged with our solos, who will do a lot of high-speed maneuvers that gets everybody really pumped. And then we conclude the show with our famous delta formation, which is the 6 pilots moving in tandem up to 18 inches apart. So very close, very dynamic. It's going to be a very exciting show. Well, as soon as our pilots show up, that's when the training begins. And we start in El Centro in January to March, training every single day, 3 flights a day that they train before they get to the ability to fly 18 inches wingtip to wingtip off of each other. And then as we continue to do these shows, they continue to get closer, refining that talent, refining those maneuvers to the fabulous show you're going to see this weekend. Utah is beautiful. It's certainly warm, however, it doesn't have the humidity that we have in Pensacola, so that's a fabulous bonus. And to be able to fly in these mountains, and you're going to see the jets come down into this beautiful bowl where the airfield is, it's just absolutely stunning.
What does it take to be a woman in such an elite crew?
You know, I get asked this all the time. What is it like to be a female Blue Angel? And the fact is, gender is not a factor on the team. At the end of the day, we're one big family. We travel with each other 300 days a year. And so if anything, it's like having 15 brothers with me. We look out for each other, and we really focus on the training and the trust. At the end of the day, as that family, they depend on me to do my job and vice versa. And that's what it comes down to. So gender really is never a factor. Team is every single member has come from the fleet, and we will go back to the fleet. So we are out here showing the capabilities of the F-18s, but we're also here to show Americans what real men and women in your United States Navy and Marine Corps are doing. Right now, right this second, there are men and women serving across the world, standing watch to protect our freedoms. And so yes, we're out here doing dynamic maneuvers. These are the same maneuvers taking place right now across the world.
We know that one of your primary purposes here is recruiting. What would you say to young boys and girls that maybe look up to you as heroes, and what it takes to become such an elite pilot and part of such a neat team?
Well, certainly what I say is everyone can serve their country. Maybe you're not going to do it in uniform. Maybe you're just going to be a fantastic baseball player. Maybe you're going to be a doctor. But at the end of the day, you need to get your education, you need to take care of your physical fitness, and you need to live up to your potential. I actually joined the Navy very late. I joined at 30 years old, which is a little unusual. So it may take a while for you to figure out what you want to be when you grow up. But if you're really pursuing those educational goals and those physical fitness goals and making sure that you're living up to your potential, then you're doing what you need to do.
Oh, it's a great feeling. It's a very competitive group of people that apply for the team. So to be able to make it to this team is pretty awesome. And it's a great group of people, and it never gets boring watching the show. Like every day, it's just as exciting as the first time. There's not even words that can explain it. Being able to see something like this day in and day out definitely keeps the patriotism alive and keeps it strong. What these guys do on the ground to keep these jets in the air is not easy, and they do it really well, very fast, and with a small group of people.
What would you say to young boys and girls that look up to you as a hero, what it takes to become this level and how they can get here?
Just concentrating on your work, working hard, doing really good in school, making sure you're doing the right things all the time, not getting in trouble, staying away from drugs, alcohol, that kind of stuff. It's been awesome, tremendous. I have a long family history in the Navy, so to be able to do something like this that has such a historical significance within the Navy is really cool.
So, specifically related to this show, what will your duties be as you check their health and get them up and flying?
Well, checking their health and making sure that they're all good to go every day is an ongoing theme. But at the air show, my other duties involve driving the pilots to the jets, doing crowd line with the officers, making sure that they are keeping on their timelines, making sure they get to their brief on time when they need to be.
Fantastic. Can you give a shout out to Utah and St. George?
Oh, absolutely. It's great to be back in Utah. I'm really excited, and there's no better feeling to be back home, especially during Pioneer Days.
I'm Holly Rayner, reporting for St. George News from the St. George Municipal Airport, where the Blue Angels have landed and they've been